the approach that Gary has taken to regulating blockchain and crypto seems to be almost the exact opposite of what it should be.
The recent spike extended the token's 7-day gains to more than 40%, making it the best performing major, despite favorable regulatory developments for Ether and demand for meme coins.
The thing that the SEC was arguing most vociferously was this idea that XRP, the digital asset that Ripple uses in our technology, was a security.
Value proposition of ISO 20022 and how it can change their banking scheme. And early adoption is very, very important because you don't have to wait for your customers to provide that.
What we have done instead of, and this is actually new news that we haven't shared publicly, we have done a series of tender offers where we've been buying shares back from investors and employees. And we now...
This thing is already implemented on Stellar. When we launched our smart contracts platform earlier this year, it came with a feature called State Archival, which does exactly what the author's talking about.
And the measure would also give crypto companies a path to actually raise capital off of digital assets. Now, Vance has also proposed legislation to give banks protection to work with crypto companies.
If there's a candidate for worst person, in my view, at least in terms of my substantive disagreements, I'm sure he's like a nice guy, is Gary Gensler.
That as we see a changing of the guard, we'll see that.
Know what you hold?
Enjoy the ride, pal.
It's the XRP Army.
Welcome back to some more Moon O'Clock news. No breakfast, no coffee, just straight extra. Bullishness, shout out to the latest sub. Appreciate you stopping by, tuning in. We're going to be jumping into why CEO revealed Ripple's strategic move to purchase $1.4 billion worth of shares back from investors and employees. We got the total global cryptocurrency market cap today at $2.46 trillion, down about 1.1% in the past 24. We got XRP in the number 7 spot, down to 57 cents. We got Stellar XLM 10 cents, BTC 63,890. We got ETH right around 34 hundo. Flirt Networks right beneath 2 cents. Axelar right around 75 cents. XDC right around 3 cents. Stronghold 0044. We got Songbird 009. Zahao right around 0.078. Evernote 14.5 cents. We got one from Bloomberg Crypto to pop things off. A little known cryptocurrency that's at the center of a key legal fight is leading the latest rally in the digital asset amid speculation that the company behind it may soon reach a settlement. The best is still yet to come. Settlement speculation pushes XRP to the forefront of the crypto rally. CoinDesk XRP surged more than 15% in the past 24 hours, extending the token's 7-day gains to around 40%. This makes it the best performing major, despite favorable regulatory developments for Ether and demand for meme coins. Watch the chart of the day presented by Crypto.com.
The chart of the day is presented by Crypto.com, the leading crypto platform trusted by over 100 million users worldwide. Let's take a look at the chart of the day. Another day, another triangle pattern. XRP surged more than 15% in the past 24 hours to lead gains among major cryptocurrencies, beating Bitcoin and the broader CoinDesk 20 index. The recent spike extended the token's 7-day gains to more than 40%, making it the best performing major, despite favorable regulatory developments for Ether and demand for meme coins. Gains in the token started last week as traditional futures powerhouses CME and CF benchmarks announced the debut of indices and reference rates for XRP. Such moves have formed a triangle pattern on long-term price charts, which some popular traders say could favor bullish action in the coming weeks. As of 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time, XRP is trading just above 60 cents. That's it for today's chart.
Subject views as we see a changing of the guard. Bragg Allenhouse knows the anti-crypto / anti-innovation crowd is about to exit stage left.
The thing that the SEC was arguing most vociferously was this idea that XRP, the digital asset that Ripple uses in our technology, was a security. And that was really what they cared about. And what the judge ruled is that XRP is not a security. And that's really been a formative case for the industry. So we're going to continue really clamoring and trying to champion the clarity of regulation. And I'm hopeful that as we see a changing of the guard, we'll see that.
Crypto Eddie new BIS crypto requirements finalized begins January 1st, 2026. A bank's total exposure to all Group 2 BTC, ETH, XRP crypto assets must stay under 1% of the Tier 1 capital No single Group 2 crypto asset can make up more than 5% of the total Group 2 holdings. We got Volante Technologies ready to revolutionize your banking operations. ISO 20022 lays the groundwork for better transparency, data visibility, and risk control. Join the pioneers, FedWire, FedNow, RTP, CHIPS, and SWIFT. Watch this video to visualize your institution's transformational journey.
So ISO 20022, we all learned from a European market, which was launched way in 2007 or 2008. They've been there, they're using it. The US started with TCH-RTP in 2016-17, the implementation of ISO. Now, the FedWire is launching next year. FedNow is already on ISO 20022. CHIPS went live in April on ISO 20022. SWIFT went live last year on ISO 20022. So the migration, why these big clearings are all migrating to ISO 22 is because of the powerful of the transparency of the message and also better visibility of the data. So if you have more data, why this payment is made, so you have a better scanning results, you will have a better risk management, risk mitigation, as I say, and also providing the services back to your customer, providing more information to your client so that they don't have to come back to you to ask, what happened to my payment? What is this? So everything can be easily provided. So ISO provided that bridge, that it also filled that gap of transparency of information from the risk and also from the customer perspective. So hence, everybody should start working and understanding what I would say is like the value proposition of ISO 20022 and how it can change their banking scheme. And early adoption is very, very important because you don't have to wait for your customers to provide that. Banks should already start doing it and also help in their day-to-day payment processing.
The migration, the transformation of wealth is upon us. At XRP Drops, DBS provides Ripple with the streamlined integration via DBS award-winning API platform Rapid. As a result, they can access the seamless FX conversions from a single multi-currency account, supporting Ripple as it continues to scale its operations. Singapore, powering businesses with the future-ready payment solutions, client feature Ripple. A provider of blockchain and crypto enterprise solutions, companies want to offer regulated payment services powered by digital assets. To support its need, DBS provided seamless integration powered by DBS award-winning API platform Rapid. Effortless FX conversions from a single multi-currency account, enabling transactions with more agility and efficiency. All roads lead to the bridge. This greatly enhanced our operational efficiencies by streamlining cash management, eliminated the need for various single currency accounts to be opened for expected foreign currency collections. Meanwhile, Bank XRP, $1.4 billion. That's confidence in Ripple, if you ask me. $1.4 billion of stock from our shareholders. XRP Drops, new news that we haven't shared publicly. Brad Garland House. We've done a series of tendered offers where we've been buying shares back. 1.4.
Now, in terms of liquidity and those things, I mean, look, I've always viewed an IPO as a step in the journey, not the end of a journey. What we have done instead of, and this is actually new news that we haven't shared publicly, we have done a series of tender offers where we've been buying shares back from investors and employees. And we're in the middle of another tender offer. And after we finish this, we will have repurchased $1.4 billion of stock from our shareholders.
Wow, that's a huge amount.
Why is Ripple buying back? Companies like Ripple may choose to buy back shares for several reasons. Under evaluation. Companies may believe that their stock is undervalued and see a buyback as an opportunity to purchase shares at a lower price, which they expect to increase in value over time. Return capital to shareholders. Share buybacks can be a way to return excess cash to shareholders, providing them with the value in a tax-efficient manner compared to dividends. Increase in earnings per share by reducing the number of shares outstanding. A buyback can increase the EPS, which can make the company more attractive to investors. Improve financial ratios. Buybacks can improve financial ratios such as return on equity and return on assets, making the company look more financially healthy. Control. Buybacks can be a method to consolidate ownership and prevent hostile takeovers. And signal confidence. A share buyback can signal to the market that the company's management has confidence in its future prospects and believes that the current share price does not reflect its true value. In Ripple's case, such actions could be driven by a combination of these reasons, reflecting their strategic goals and financial health. Ripple IPO coming soon. We got asset tokenization today, tomorrow. The estimated worth of asset tokenization today is as much as $3.5 billion, and the projections that it could reach $16 trillion by 2030. The tokenization market represents a massive opportunity, so what's holding the technology back from fully realizing its potential? That's the real question. posed during the London Tokenization Policy Summit held earlier this year. Tokenization use cases, the real deal of digitization, a new financial framework. Looking ahead, one thing that is abundantly clear: tokenization is more than just a buzzword. It's a rapidly growing movement that is poised to reshape the financial landscape at the highest level, using the tokenization process to improve efficiencies and interoperability between countries could significantly cut it to 5-6% of the global GDP lost every year to friction in the system, boosting the overall long-term revenue for every market. Participant banks, traditional finance players, and regulators are all the keys to furthering this adoption of tokenization. Realizing its full potential will require a concerted effort incorporating policies that enable scaling, regulatory clarity, and continuous education. In collaboration, XRP, know what you hold. We got SparkDex AI. It's time to get to know SparkDex. Want to get ahead of the next big thing in DeFi? Read SparkDex's introductory blog for SparkDex's vision for the future of DeFi, how SparkDex is leveraging AI, why SparkDex chose Blur Networks, and more. Check out sparkdex.ai. Your DeFi journey on Flare begins here. We got one from Stellar.org. It's time to set the record straight about state bloat. Spills the tech on how Stellar uses state archival to handle on-chain spam and unused data better on Stellar.
Howdy. My name's Garen, and I'm an engineer here at the Stellar Development Foundation. Like most of y'all, I'm also chronically online, and I've been reading lots of tweets or X's or whatever, talking about the Stellar network. Unfortunately, Janelle hasn't given me the company login yet, so today I'd like to set the record straight. This is Straight Facts with Stellar. From Anatoly, have you solved the state growth problem yet, son? Turns out, yeah, we have on Stellar. So if you look at the rest of this thread, they'll talk about how there might be a solution to the state growth problem if you do this, like hot cash, cold cash system, this Merkle tree, and they get into some technical details. And the author of this thread is like 80% correct with his hypothesis. There's about 20% that they didn't quite get right. There's still a couple edge cases they're not accounting for. But it turns out this thing is already implemented on Stellar. When we launched our smart contracts platform earlier this year, it came with a feature called State Archival, which does exactly what the author's talking about and does in fact solve the state bloat problem. All that to say, yes, son, we have figured that out.
Got Subject Views. He's in tight with a lot of Bitcoiners and a lot of those Silicon Valley types. Things don't happen. Things are made to happen.
The crypto industry getting a boost from former President Trump's VP pick, Senator J.D. Vance. Emily Wilkins joins us now with more. He's in tight with a lot of Bitcoiners and a lot of those Silicon Valley types. We know that, Emily.
Absolutely, Joe. And that is in turn helping Trump's campaign. Vance's selection as Trump's vice president, it was really welcome news for a lot of folks that are within the crypto industry. Vance is seen by a lot of them as someone who just understands crypto. He gets it. He gets what's needed in terms of regulation. He's actually been workshopping a potential bill to provide the rules of the road for the crypto industry. The potential legislation would clarify when crypto needs to be regulated as a security versus a commodity, according to a draft of the bill seen by CNBC. And the measure would also give crypto companies a path to actually raise capital off of digital assets. Now, Vance has also proposed legislation to give banks protection to work with crypto companies. Trump has received support from a number of crypto players, including the Winklevoss twins, as well as VC investors Mark Anderson and Ben Horowitz. They also plan to donate to Trump, and they voiced frustration with the Biden administration's posture toward crypto in a podcast yesterday. They actually said that Trump's policy platform better aligns with their views.
Brad Garlandhouse says this is what more elected officials should be doing, looking at technology as a way to extend American exceptionalism rather than actively enable unelected officials to do the opposite. Autism Capital, J.D. Vance and Gensler, and blockchain technology.
If there's a candidate for worst person, in my view, at least in terms of my substantive disagreements, I'm sure he's like a nice guy, is Gary Gensler. Okay, so Gary Gensler is sort of the complete opposite of my view. And there are two problems that I have with Gary. One of which is that I think he wants to inject politics way too much into the actual business of securities in the United States of America. But in some ways, the more fundamental issue, or at least the most relevant issue for this particular conference is the approach that Gary has taken to regulating blockchain and crypto seems to be almost the exact opposite of what it should be. And I'm oversimplifying a little bit, but the question the SEC seems to ask in regulating crypto is this a token with utility? And if it's a token with utility, then they seem to want to ban it And if it's token without utility, they don't seem to care. I almost think we should be the opposite here, right? I worry about financialization. I worry about, frankly, whether a lot of the crypto stuff is fundamentally fake. But if a token actually has utility, that's the sort of thing that, by all means, regulate it. By all means, be careful about, how consumers interact with it. But you don't want to just get rid of this stuff. And here's where I really, really worry about this is a lot of the newest challengers to social media, the social media incumbents of 2024 are going to require some blockchain technology to make their business work. Maybe they'll require a token that supports verification. There are all of these ways in which the companies, when I talk to sort of friends who are still in the VC industry, the companies that are most exciting to them, they're doing actual things in communications in the 21st century, in 2024, I should say. Those companies very often rely on high utility tokens to do things like verification. Well, if we're not making it possible to do verification, then we're going to make it really hard to challenge the existing incumbents in the space.
Dr. Fender, a global payment issue has hit the Bank of England. It is starting in London. We all know how to fix the payment problems, right? Breaking global payment issue has hit the Bank of England's chat services. The issue is causing delays of high value and time-sensitive payments, including some house purchases. XRP, hidden in plain sight. We got sentiment feed and some charts to close off. We got XRP Ledger is seeing a substantial amount of both new addresses created and total addresses interacting on the network, both at their highest levels since March. The best is still yet to come. We got Amon Buy. XRP will surprise you very, very soon. XRP setting up that next SEC face melting pump. XRP USD. XRP versus BTC. Crypto's TA XRP rejected a critical weekly resistance. Lots of work is still needed from the bulls. We'll update XRP. We got Mustache altcoins. History doesn't repeat itself, but often it rhymes. It's been a long time since I shared this chart. The beauty of it is still very similar to 2020. Most aren't ready for the next and the final impulsive wave. I am. Are you? Edgar Crypto, genuine wake-up line. Yes, the Atlas line was breached, but it was just a bear trap. Now XRP is within the 55-58 cent range. A weekly closure in this range will pave the way to 70 and 75 cents, the genuine wake-up line. Short-term targets, $1.30, $1.50 before a retest of the triangle breakout, then get ready for pure fireworks. First major target fib, 1.618 at $6.40. And we got Dark Defender. Hey, y'all. XRP increased 67.56% from 38 cents to about 63.78. Based on this move, the 4-hour time frame structure update is here. The ABC wave can take 2 days to complete and can extend to 49 cents. Minor resistance at 87 before $1.03. I'll make sure to keep you posted. Batman and Bag Ladies, BYOB. Bring your own bags, be your own bank, and let our friend know that the greatest opportunity of multiple lifetimes is still at hand. But the train's left the station. Tick-tock, tick-tock. Where will those bags be when that regulation jar of molasses finally breaks open and XRP's true price is finally revealed? Later, bitches.
No time to waste, just get our bags up. Trying to get them stacked, get them racks up. Talking all that FUD, that's gonna get you waxed up. Talking all that smack, that's gonna get you smacked up. Big bags, little bags, make it happen. Moonshot, yeah, we ready for the action. Your face melted off, look at your reaction. In the rocket now, and yeah, we blasting. Headed to the bank, and we all laughing. Got a full vault full of all of them alts. Take a nose dive, but we going down a slide. Please buckle up.